I mean, the Chiefs the last few years have been unstoppable. Now going for
Right.
a three-peat, it's never been done. In a lot of ways, they're like the new villain of the NFL, the way the Patriots were for all those years. That Patriots team that you guys lost to in 2004.
Right.
Look, I mean, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and Travis, they seem more likable than Belichick and Brady and those
Right.
guys. But Andy so well.
Right.
As much as you're an Eagles guy, how happy are you for Andy's success and what he's had? Because, I mean, look, he's going to go down as one of the
Yeah.
greatest coaches ever.
I'm extremely happy for Big Red. See, you guys know him as Andy. I know him as Big Red. Extremely happy for him, all his success. Now, I will not be rooting for him this in 2 weeks, but other than this year, I'm extremely happy for him and his family. But man, they're going for a three-peat for a reason. And Andy Reid has always, when he was with the Eagles, I don't think he ever got beat coming out of a bye week.
Oh, he was unbelievable.
He,
And
he was he was he was he was unbelievable coming out of bye week. You gave him an extra week to prepare. It got to the point where, as a team, we knew his record coming out of bye week. So we were like, oh, we winning. we knew we going, coming out of bye week, it gave us confidence because we knew Big Red, the game plan was going to be crazy. So the Big Red is going to throw a lot of things at the defense that some you have seen, a lot you haven't seen. He may pull up stuff from 3-4 years ago, but I can see them running, a lot of misdirection plays, trick plays, just to get the defense off balance. So, but those guys will be ready.
Andy Reid has actually given Nick Sirianni advice when he first got the Eagles job, gave Nick Sirianni some advice among the things about that bye week. And look, Sirianni's been, and the Eagles have been great out of the bye week since he took over as well. I mean, what is it about a bye week? Is it just the extra time and preparation? Is it just that simple?
Definitely. You gotta. Let's say, for example, you average about 3 hours of film a day, right? So you Monday through Friday, what they come to, 15 hours, 20 hours, whatever. Let's say you're doing 20 hours a week, and you get a bye week. Now that 20 hours of film goes to 40 hours.
Right.
So now you can instead of going back just 3 or 4 games, now you can go back 8 games. Maybe watch some film from last year. That teams may try to go back, and then also what they do during Super Bowl, teams will scout themselves, right? They'll check for tendencies during the course of the year. A lot of teams do it like every 4 games. Sometimes you get busy, you can't do it, but during the bye week, they'll go back and scout themselves, and then they'll try to break those tendencies in the Super Bowl. So you got to look out for that. It's a lot that goes on, man. You got so much extra time, to just play around, create plays, draw in the dirt, like they call it.
Do you ever think about what would have happened had Andy Reid stayed here, and his time just didn't really just kind of come to an end? It did feel like it was time to move on, and it worked out great, really, for everybody. I mean, the Eagles win a Super Bowl. The pressure was off in a lot of ways. Andy wins, Super Bowls, and now here he is again. But do you ever think about, man, if they just kept Andy Reid and just got through some of those tough times, or do you think it was just time?
I think it was time because this league is all about winning, right? And at the time, the team wasn't winning. They seemed like it wasn't responding, and I know Big Red probably felt like, I mean, sometimes you can win so much and people get comfortable, and you don't realize how much a person has done for the city and for the team, and Andy had done a lot for the team, man. And sometimes things just your time expired, but he went to a great situation down in Kansas City, man. So it was obviously the best thing that happened to him, that happened for him.
Do you think Andy's appreciated enough in Philadelphia? Obviously, over time, heals some wounds. But do you think Andy's appreciated enough by Philadelphia and Eagles fans
Oh
for what
yeah,
he's done?
oh yeah. I'm sure he is. He still has a lot of love for the Eagles fan base. That was his first head coaching job.
No,
Coming
I'm
to
saying, do you think Eagles fans in the city of Philadelphia have appreciation, give
Oh
Andy
yeah,
enough
oh
love?
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Just because when Andy first came in, man, I mean, Eagles was a laughing stock of the NFL. I remember my rookie year, man. it was rough trying to get a win during that time, you know.
Oh yeah.
And Andy came in. We struggled his first year. He just continued to motivate the defense. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna right the ship on offense. You guys just keep giving me what you're giving me, and he did. And I believe the fans appreciate him for all those great years that they gave. How many NFC Championship games? One Super Bowl appearance. How many NFC Championship games?
5, right? It was 4
Five.
in a
Yeah.
row, and then and again in what, 09? Oh,
Um.
the 08 season, 09?
No, it wasn't '09 because I came back from Tampa in '09, so it must have been before that.
Maybe it was the 08 season going into 09?
Maybe so. I'm not sure, but you just he did a lot for the city, man, and just built the program back to you know because remember when he got fired and went to Kansas City and they brought in Sereni, I think it was the first or second year.
Well, they
Oh
brought
no,
in
it was Doug.
Chip. It was Chip Kelly,
Yeah, oh, there you go.
and then
Okay,
Doug, and then Sirianni.
yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, he did a lot, man. He did a lot. And I really believe that the fans of Philadelphia appreciate everything that he's done for the city.
You just think, man, had your group, had that nucleus won, whether it was that Super Bowl in '04, just won one game, one Super Bowl, what that would have meant to the city at that time. Because there's so much pressure on Andy and on Donovan and things like
Yeah,
that.
man. I still haven't watched that Super Bowl. You know,
Really?
yeah, it was tough, man, because we definitely feel even to this day we had the best team. But no matter how well you play on either side of the ball and special teams, I think we had 5 turnovers. And I'm not sure how many turnovers we called on defense, but as a defense, you got to try to if their defense can create 5 turnovers, then we got to go out and try to create 5 turnovers. So we could have did a lot more on defense, but that's the thing about Belichick and that team; they don't turn the football over.
So
You know,
that Super Bowl loss from the 2004 season still haunts you that you won't watch it?
oh yeah, I'm watching, man. I mean, watch us lose. I know the outcome already, so so ain't nobody want to continue to watch themselves lose over and over and over. And you can learn some in losses, right? But I'm finished playing, so there's really no reason for me to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think about it a lot. Had that team, whether it was Donovan and T.O. just, finding a way to figure things out, whether it was, Joe Banner and Andy just giving T.O., making an exception on that contract and just finding a way for that team and that nucleus really just to be on the same page and just, man, I think about that a lot. Like that nucleus, that group was so special.
It was special, man. It was special. I mean, their games fit together like a glove. T.O. came in just as a defensive guy, sitting back in the first quarter, middle of the first quarter, you're up 21-0. Like, as a defensive guy, who doesn't love that?
Sure.
Especially the defensive line, because they know, you get one more score, now they can pin their ears back and go get sacks. So yeah, I wish it would have worked out, but everything happened for a reason, man. And Andy went into a better situation. Eagles came back and won a Super Bowl, and everything worked out.
It has, and them winning a Super Bowl. And you talk about Andy, where do you think he's evolved the most when you see what Andy has done from his time in Philadelphia to now with the Chiefs with a shot at a three-peat?
Um, Listen, I'm not there. I'm not around Andy, so I can't really give
Okay.
you a real answer. I'm watching the games just like you guys are watching the game.
Nothing
But
stands out as far as
I would definitely say time management. Because every year you get better as a coach, right? Things you struggle with before, you try to fix those things, and you don't see the Chiefs beating themselves. You know, but nothing really stands. He's always been a great coach. His personnel is different. He got Spagnola down there. I think he's a Hall of Fame coach, man, coordinator. So he's special, and he's doing some great things now. See, because they've always had a really good offense,
oh yeah.
And the defense struggled a little bit. All of a sudden, you get Spags down there, They add some pieces here and there, and he take that defense to a whole nother level. So now you got Patrick Mahomes, in a lot of people's minds, he's on pace to be the greatest ever. You know, he's not there yet, but he's on pace. He's on the right track, right?
It's a great start.
So, and then you bring in Spagnuolo, and the way the defense is playing right now is really impressive. There's not enough people talking about how well the defense is playing.